shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool.
What's up? How's it going, guys? I meant to post this past Friday, but I couldn't because I had a gig, and I'll tell you about that. But sorry, here I am. Nonetheless, pretend it's Friday. How you guys doing? First, I want to say thank you for all the new subscribers. Hello. That's awesome. Like, it really is awesome. I'm trying to get this channel to 200, so let's try to get it to 200. For all the likes and all that stuff. Thank you for the views, all that stuff. Even though most of my videos just only get like 30 or 40. But once it hits the 30, 40, that's when I'm like, hey, good job. Once it's like 10, I'm like, 100. Whoo. Some of my videos have 3,000. Don't even get me started on those. I'm very happy. But yeah, I want to see some of my other videos get like that. So continuously like that. Oh, which reminds me, feel free to comment. YouTube did a weird thing and they moved the comment section. So feel free to comment. Just scroll down scroll down slowly and you'll see the comment section. It's like right below the video now, I think. It's like very small. I don't know why they did that. It's such a pain cuz I want to see what you have to say. I really do. And it would just make my job easier because then I can do shout outs and talk to you guys and yeah. But yes, thank you again for all the, likes and stuff. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to all this good stuff. Today we're going to be talking about stories. How I crashed a wedding. Stay tuned for that. There's a lot of good stories. Yeah. So sit back, relax, get a cup of coffee. You know the drill. If you don't, it's episode 3. I just had like a seizure right there, so don't mind me. It's one of those weeks, you know what I mean? It's I'm getting into it, But yeah. I think I said but a lot. You guys see the raw version of me in these, that's a thing. That's it. Yes, this past Friday I had a gig. Thank you. It went really good. Thanks for asking. It was a great time. Met good people. Some fans came out, played some originals, played some good songs, covers, stuff like that. Had good messages. Got a standing ovation, kind of, in a cool way, you know. It was pretty cool. Mostly because just people were standing in line and just were clapping. But it was cool. uh so yeah, that's why I didn't post on Friday. Because it took the whole day to kind of like set up and do all this stuff. It was like an hour drive and all this. But just setting up, it's been so long that I was just like taking out my set. And I'm like, where the fuck do I put this? But let's talk about. I need to stop saying but. Oh my Lanta. Ooh. Ooh. Did you hear that? That could have been a back crack video. Ooh, my Lanta. There was a time where I crashed a wedding, and it wasn't like any normal wedding. It was a very high class, well to do wedding. Now that I'm a wedding singer, believe it or not, I do weddings and I sing for them, and it's weird how this all mingles. And it wasn't a wedding that I did. I would never do that. Oh my god, that's so bad. That would be a nightmare. I think I've had nightmares like that. No, this was just. I'll tell you. My sister used to do marathons, and there's this time where she did the Boston half marathon, and I had a gig the night before, and my parents and everyone were in Boston getting ready, and they were staying at a hotel, very nice hotel, very very nice hotel, like 5-star, 4-star. I remember being, and I told them, well, I'll do my gig and I'll meet you down in Boston, and do that. And by the way, driving into Boston is always a nightmare. So for all the people that live in Boston that are watching this, God bless your souls. Really, God bless your souls. So I get to Boston after my gig, and the night before I had a huge college party, I remember. And the night before, and so I'm driving. I'm just feeling it, you know. I'm thinking I'm gonna be good to myself. I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna go there and go to bed. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. So I drive down there, get to the hotel. My mom meets me out there, and my dad's asleep. My sister's asleep. So it's looking like a very quiet night. And my mom and I are just out there smoking a cigarette, just kind of chilling. And out of nowhere, I'm seeing these people very well dressed up, but differently well dressed up. You know what I mean? It wasn't like suit and ties. It was like a tribe, like very colorful, tribal colors and stuff like that. So very different. I see like a lot of them, and they're going into what looks to be a party, like a wedding. And I'm very intrigued by it. My mom's talking to me, and she can just see that I'm like very intrigued by this. Um, I don't know. I just like cool stuff. Anything's different than, what I'm used to. I like to be different. So I'm seeing these people and I'm like, I want to know more about this. This looks cool. And so I find this guy who's smoking a cigarette as well. And he's part of this party. And his name was Abraham. I mean, you're going to know a lot about Abraham at the end of the story. You're going to appreciate Abraham. And he's going to be a great guy. So I meet this guy, and we start talking, and I ask him about what, this party is about, and he ends up telling me it's for a wedding, for like a prince and princess, pretty much. That's what he said. That's what I believed. I wasn't going to judge it, so I'm like, cool. What's this for? Like, what culture is this for? It was like an African tribe, believe it or not. It was cool. It was different. I like different stuff, I'm from the East Coast. I just feel like all I have is like pasta and like, I don't know. Billy Joel and stuff. Just, I don't know. I like different stuff. And so he ends up inviting me. Long story short, he invites me, and I'm like, nah, I don't know, because I don't want to be intrude on this wedding. And he insists. He's like, no, 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 no. You should definitely come. I would love if you could come. So I'm like, okay, say no more. And he goes, but first, we gotta get some drinks. And he was like, do you drink? Are you 21? I go, yeah. I wasn't. I was in college though, and I partied. I had my fair share. So I definitely was ready. I was definitely hungover. And there goes my plan for being nice to myself that night. I was like, no, I'm going to go to bed early. I was like, no, plans changed, motherfucker. So in front of the hotel lobby was the parking garage. And it was only like a 2-tiered. And it had like a ramp. And he was parked like right there. So we walk up there. And what was I gonna say? We walk up there, and he takes us to his car, and it's like a nice Mercedes. Like, I'm talking like BMW, like something fancy. And he pops open his trunk, and lo and behold, this motherfucker had like every kind of alcohol you could think of, like everything, Bacardi, fucking things I couldn't think of, vodka, rum, gin, you name it, and it was all like really fancy stuff. Like, I don't even know the names of them, And he had ice and beer and everything, and had lights, and it was all fancy. Like, this dude knew how to party, and he's just filling up bottles, like cups of it was Corona and Corona and tequila. That's what it was. Corona and tequila. Sorry, I forgot the name of it for a second. And I just remember we had like 4 or 5 of those drinks. I just remember him filling it up. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if he was trying to get me fucked up, but either way, I didn't decline. So after I was heavily intoxicated and we were shooting the shit and getting to know each other, and we were with multiple people. More people came. We're all just shooting the shit, talking about everything. And yeah. And we ended up going back, and this is where things took a turn. This is where things just like escalated. We walk in there, and Abraham, he just like kind of like gently like guides me into this room of like these. It was just everyone's beautiful. Everyone was just so beautiful. That's what I remember. And like the bride and groom were like on their own like thrones raised above everyone, and the groom looked dapper as shit. He looked like a boss, and then the bride just looked gorgeous. Like I just remember like I've never seen a bride look wow. You know what I mean? I was, you know, yeah. I just was wow. And anyway, so we eat first, and I just remember them shoving food, like just giving me a frick ton of food, like plates, like 4 plates, and they sit me down with all these people. And Abraham, he before he leaves, he gives me his phone number. He's like, "Here's my phone number. Text me." Let's see if I still have it. Actually, side note, I want to see if I still have it. I probably don't, cause I don't really text people. But just for shits and giggles, I want to. No, I don't. But anyway, he gave me his phone number, and he goes, "I'm gonna go, and if you need anything, just feel free to text me." So I ended up eating, and at this point, all the drinks that I had, I pretty much black out. But right before I black out, this is what I see: is these mascots come out, 2 or 3 of them, and they're all shagged out and crazy and huge. They're on like stilts and everything, and they're dancing around the room, and they're doing like some crazy boogie dance, like crazy. And like these drums are playing, and it's like tribal, and like it's just really intense. And the last thing I remember is asking someone, "What is this for?" And someone goes, "Oh, you gotta talk to this person to that person, this person." That's where I kind of black out. I remember it being like a trail of like people, just like I remember asking like 6 people. I black out. And when I come to, sorry, there's something outside, but when I come to, I was on stage with the DJ, and I'm asking him, "What's this about?" And the guy stops everything, like, "Silence." And it was like, oh, I fucked up. And he goes, "This young man here wants to know what this is about." I don't, that's how he sounded. I'm not trying to be like a dick. That's what he did. Anyway, I'll stop that. And he goes, um, uh, anyway, he explains to me that it was like the demons of the tribe, and the bride and the groom like shoot him away or something like that. They blessed the tribes or something like that. It was intense. And the worst part was is that they were filming it just like any normal wedding, but they had like I, multiple cameras, and multiple cameras were pointing at me. So that was embarrassing. Ugh. I still remember it, and I'm just like, "Oh, that was bad." Like multiple cameras, and I wonder if at one point I hope they just deleted them, because I was just fucking hammered. And that's when I realized I fucked up. So after he explained it to me and everything kind of goes back to normal, I slither out. I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, no way. That was bad. So I dip out, and I'm so drunk that I see a piano in the lobby, and I'm bad. You know, every time I see an instrument, I'm like, ooh, I gotta play that instrument. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Or even if it's guitar, whatever, drums, anything, you name it. And when I'm drunk, you can't stop me. That's what's bound to happen. So I'm playing the piano, and some people come up, and I'm just a social butterfly, you know. And some people come up, and I'm talking to them, and next thing you know, the like the hotel clerk or whatever is like, "Hey, you can't play the piano." I'm like, "Okay." So I stopped playing the piano. And the last part of this story is something I'm notorious for, and this is where I'm embarrassed to say it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Well, after I get told to get off the piano, that's where like this is where the party's over. Like I should be going back to my hotel room, right? Well, this is where I realized that all those drinks that I had weren't settling in my stomach that well. And I hate when you're in a hotel Sometimes like the bathrooms are like hard to find. It's like a fucking maze. And I was also this way too drunk. Excuse me. So I feel it start coming up, and I'm starting to look around. I'm like, where do I go? Where do I go? And it's a bougie ass hotel. It's a huge lobby. The hotel clerk is off in their lobby doing something like in their own behind the desk thing. So I just right next to the plant, like on the floor. You know what I mean? Just bah. Because I was so drunk, I was trying to go for the plant, but I just went bah right next to it. I'm a dick. I'm a dick. Yeah. I just ran. I just remember like really like not running, but like fast running, just back to the hotel room. Boom, dipping. I remember going back to the hotel room and just passing out on the floor, super drunk. And the next morning I woke up for my sister's marathon, drunk as shit. Woke up, saw my sister run. Sorry, guys. You know what time I woke up today? I woke up at 4 o'clock. You want to know why? Because yesterday, we've been cooking every day, so I just got really lazy, and I'm like, let's just do takeout. And Christina's like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, what sounds good to you? And she's like, Olive Garden? And I'm like, sure. Well, we ended up ordering, like, they had this deal, so we got, like, 2 meals, but those, because we got 2 meals, they came with free, like, 2 other free meals. And so we got that, and then, like, breadsticks and cheese dip. And we forgot that when you order a meal, you get breadsticks. So we had like 20 breadsticks. So I ended up just eating like 5 bites of my pasta, one of my meals, one of my 2 meals. And then I just ended up eating like 15 breadsticks and cheese dip. And so this morning, my stomach woke me up at 4 o'clock and was like, nah, we can't do this today. We're going to have a fun day. And here I am on my 3rd cup of coffee, still drowsy. Ooh, I could take a nap. Naps are great. Sorry for yawning, guys. Do you guys take naps? I feel like naps are kind of good if you got like nothing to do, but you're productive. I love those days where you do like a bunch of stuff and you take a nap during the day. Like you do some like house decorating, decorating, you know, refurbishing, stuff like that. Take a nap in between, wake up. Especially on like a nice summer day. You know what I mean? Those are the best. Wake up, then you can have like a barbecue. Oh, I can't wait to have a house. See, I have an apartment, and I can't wait to have my own house. And a smoker. That's what I want. I'm not materialistic, but I want a house. I definitely do. I can't wait for those days. It's insane. But I hope you guys are having a good week. This is going to be a short one because I just wanted to tell you that story, really. And it was a very funny story. Yeah, I'll never forget when my mom, like, the next day, she woke me up and she was like, what did you end up doing? And I told her, and it was history from there. Yeah. I remember texting Abraham the next day, and I was like, yo, thank you so much, and, that was a great time. Nothing, Abraham went missing. He just went, poof, disappeared. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys stayed till the end. If you did, you're awesome. Like, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 300 views. And feel free to subscribe. Really, please subscribe. Comment below. I'd rather if you commented than subscribe. Screw the channel. Just comment. You know what I mean? But have a great day. Stay safe. And much love. Thank you, guys. Take it easy.
Well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast.